Hi there, my name's David. I'm Regional Sales Manager at Douglas Laing Company, and welcome to our tasting of Timorous Beastie 12 years old. And now, the idea here, being Burns Night, is that we'll try the whisky and do a tasting, and we'll also talk about Burns a wee bit. So no matter how tenuous the link, please stick with us. So this is Timorous Beastie 12 years old, limited edition bottling, one of only 3,000 bottles and cask strength. And this is what we'll come on to in a second. Before that, it's worth mentioning Burns himself obviously mentioned whisky throughout a lot of his different poems, one of which he wrote specifically about Scotch whisky, so I'll give you a wee bit of that first. Oh now, my muse, good old Scotch drink, whether through wimpling worms thou jink, or richly brown, ream o'er the brink, in glorious fame. Inspire me to lisp and wink, and to sing thy name. I think it's fair to say Burns enjoy the good dram. Okay, so let's get to the most important part, the whisky. As I said, this is our Timorous Beastie 12 years old, limited edition bottling. Some of you may have tried the original Timorous Beastie, which comes in our dark black tube, non-age statement expression, and that one is bottled at 46.8%. The differences here are, first of all, the age statement, 12 years old. Secondly, it's cask strength, so 54.4%. It is also a limited edition, so there are only 3,000 bottles available globally. In terms of the makeup of the whisky, it's a vatted malt. So all single malt whiskies from the Highland region. In here you have several, including Glengoyne, Blair Athol, Glengarry and Dalmore. You'll see in the glass a nice amber golden colour. That is honesty, there's no colouring, it's in-chill filtered and completely natural and bottled at cask strength. The other big difference between this and the original, as you can see, is the beautiful packaging, but still in keeping with the core brand. So let's have a nose, see what we get. So for me, the original Timorous Beastie is very much, you get that cereal coming through straight away. There is still some juicy barley in this one, but actually a bit more spice, which I personally don't pick up as much in the original. On the palate with Timorous Beastie 12, that sweetness really comes through now. That is overridingly sweet, absolutely delicious. To me, this has a much longer finish than the original Timorous Beastie. Really stays with you, and there's actually a lot of that. When I mentioned cereal earlier on, there's some of that kind of oatiness coming through at the end, but still a little bit of spice, perhaps a nutmeg, that kind of taste. Again, I'm telling you what I pick up. Everyone will obviously have different palates and different tastes, and will find other things in there. Again, I didn't add water to mine, but by all means, if you do want to add a drop to see how that changes the whisky, then by all means go ahead. We are not pretentious in any way as a company about how you should drink your whisky, and whether it's neat, with ice, with water, in a cocktail, whatever you want. It's your dram, so whichever way you do drink it, enjoy it. Okay, so where does the name Timorous Beastie come from? Well, we have a famous Scottish poet, Robert Burns, our national bard. He wrote a poem called To a Mouse, in which he references wee sleekit curin Timorous Beastie, and that's where we got the name for the whisky from. A fascinating poem, if you do get the chance to read it at some point. At the beginning, Burns, having ploughed up his field and ruined this little mousie's home, actually feels very sorry for the wee mousie, and he at that point he says, "Wee sleekit curin Timorous Beastie, oh what a panic's in thy breastie, thou needna start a wassy hasty with bicker and brattle. I would be laith to run and chase thee with murder and pattle." So at that point, he's actually sympathising with the mouse. But as the poem goes on, he then actually becomes almost jealous of this little mousey. Burns has regrets about the past. He has fears about the future, as all humans do. But this mouse just lives in the moment. So by the end of the poem, he says, "Still, thou art blessed compared with me. Present only toucheth thee, but och, I backward cast my ee on prospects drear, and forward, though I canna see, I guess and fear." Basically what he's saying there is he wishes he could have the same mindset as the carefree little field mouse, and I think on Burns Night this year, that's how we should all see things. So get your dram, hopefully you're in good company. Most important thing in Burns Night is good friends, good food, and most importantly, good whiskey. So enjoy. Cheers.